Hello, parents and guardians. It is always good to update you with my weekly updates. So, this is my weekly update to you. I always start these updates, and I will continue to start these updates by encouraging and asking you to be safe. We want our scholars to be safe, we want our parents to be safe. As we look across the state of Mississippi, we know that our numbers are increasing. The state of Mississippi has not only made national news, but the state of Mississippi has made world news. So that we need to be very careful because we're not out of the water. Even when we look at our own county, the numbers are rising in our own county. I think over the last 9 or 10 days, the numbers have increased. The new cases have increased by over 110 cases. And so we need to be very careful and we need to take this serious because we are not out of the water. So parents, guardians, students, community members, please be safe. Make sure that you wear your mask when you are out in public. Make sure that you practice social distancing and any of those guidelines that tell you about what to do in large gatherings. Please make sure you adhere to those guidelines. I want to ask parents, if you have not registered your scholars, please register them. You would have to have an active parent account. If you have any questions or concerns, please call your school and there will be someone at the school that can help you and assist you through the registration process. Parents, if you are selecting the hybrid model or if you are selecting the virtual only model, you will still have to register your children. Make sure that you specify on the registration form. We have a form that you can specify if you want your child to participate in the virtual only option. I think there was some confusion last week when we made the announcement that those students who select the virtual only option would not be able to participate in extracurricular activities. And that is true. If parents select the virtual only option for their child, that child would not be able to participate in any extracurricular activities. Our rationale for making that local decision is in our classrooms, there would be anywhere from 10 to 15 scholars in our classrooms. And participating in the extracurricular activities, there would be more than 10 scholars or 10 other children in that participating in that extracurricular activity. So the risk would be even higher for those scholars if they are attending virtual only and participate in extracurricular activities. We know that our students love extracurricular activities, but this is one of those pieces that we think that we're putting in place to keep all of our scholars safe, to keep families safe, and to keep our employees safe as well. Because if there is a parent or guardian and there is an underlying health condition in that family and you're not sending your scholar to school to participate in the hybrid model, but you select the virtual model, then that risk would also be high if those students are participating in extracurricular activities. We apologize if this is causing any scholars, any parents with any grief, but we think that it's something that we must do. I want to also remind you that school began for scholars on the 17th. August 17th is the first day of school for scholars. We have not pushed the start date for school back. As of right now, scholars will attend school on the 17th. Next week, parents will be receiving correspondence from our schools, whether your child will be in the A group or the B group, the A day or the B day. We're getting those rosters ready so that parents will know when the scholars will have to attend school. I want to let you know that we will be following the guidelines from the Mississippi State Department of Health, the Centers for Disease Control. We'll be adhering to any executive orders that the governor has put in place. We are paying close attention to the Mississippi State Department of Health guidelines. Dr. Dobbs is very adamant about no in-person, face-to-face instruction at this time. So we will pay close attention to the things that Dr. Dobbs say. We will also take guidance from our health officials in the school district. We have a director of nursing who advised us on health conditions, public health conditions. And so we will be taking guidance on them as we make decisions. As we always do, we're going to keep you informed of everything that is going on so that you are informed every day, every week of what is happening and what our plans are for the school year. So we thank you, parents, for tuning in. We thank you for community for tuning in. We thank you, scholars, for tuning in to this weekly address. What I want to encourage you again is to please be safe. And until next week, I will see you then.